have to take a turn and try again. Now he's ready for them. They're off. Sends them on their way, a field of 20. Rubo in the purple and pink, ridden up to try and get an early prominent position. The other Mozzie was slow to get away. Whiteface gelding right at the back of the field as they clear out over the first. Release the Beast down on the inner in the purple and grey. Didn't seem to see much daylight. They're already out the second. Jour de Vasion with the red cap up amongst the leaders. Rubo is handy, so too Calico in the cheek pieces. Touch Me Not out wide in the Chickens Turn Silks of Maroon, and Personal Ambition down on the inner in the black and orange. They're 5-6 abreast as they head to the third in the Debenhams Johnny Henderson Grand Annual. Personal Ambition moving through to Rubo. Be Aware the grey comes to join the leading line with Touch Me Not, and then Calico. Jour de Vasion is the next over with Van der Poel in a yellow jacket, and then Break My Soul and Jasco de Dam as Personal Ambition leads Be Aware out over the fourth. The other Mozzie was the last one to touch down, and Martator is last but one. So going on the incline, it's Personal Ambition to Be Aware and Touch Me Not and Rubo on the inner. Van der Poel is out wide, followed by Calico and Jour de Vasion, and then Jasco de Dam. Adragul in the orange sleeves is back in midfield as they take the fence on the incline to Jazzy Matty and then Special Cadeau, and Break My Soul ahead of Release the Beast, and then back to Boots Hill and Western Diego, and further back in the field is relieved of duties to Ballysax Hank. In the pocket is weighted with the McManus Hoops and the last group of three upsized Martator, and the other Mozzie is at the tail of the field as Personal Ambition leads them on the descent, but he didn't jump that particularly fluently, and Ballysax Hank made a little bit of a mistake as well, and Be Aware now moves on into a narrow lead, but Personal Ambition pushes back up on his inner and goes ahead. Touch Me Not close up on the outer as they stream out over the water. Martator not particularly tidy at that one. Going on towards the open ditch, Personal Ambition to Touch Me Not. Be Aware the grey up between them, jumping soundly, and then Van der Poel. Release the Beast made a mistake 3/4 of the way back in the purple and grey, and they're already moving to halfway in the Debenhams Johnny Henderson Grand Annual. Be Aware and Touch Me Not have headed Personal Ambition, who's beginning to fall back through the field. Van der Poel out wide in the yellow has joined the leading line of three. Jasco de Dam in the purple and pink is handy with Calico the orange cap and Rubo in the stars on the inner. Last year's winner Jazzy Matty, the red sleeves, would be about 7th or 8th as they take the open ditch to the top of the hill. Personal Ambition has been pulled up, having dropped out very quickly. Jour de Vasion has dropped right back to the tail of the field, and they're about to swing on down the hill. They've got 3 fences to jump. It's Touch Me Not and Van der Poel, stalked by the grey Be Aware, then Jasco de Dam, Jazzy Matty, Western Diego in a maroon jacket out wide getting into it, ahead of Rubo and Adragul and Calico. Special Cadeau in the green and yellow and Release the Beast, and then Break My Soul. Further back Martator out wide, in the pocket, still held together towards the rear. Jour de Vasion meanwhile is being pulled up. This is 3 out. Touch Me Not in the maroon didn't jump well, headed by Van der Poel. The other Mozzie was a faller when looking beaten at the time. They're about to head back towards home. Inside the last half mile, they've got 2 left to jump. Van der Poel in the yellow has poked his nose ahead narrowly. Jasco de Dam, the purple and pink, ranging up to challenge. The grey Be Aware. Here's Jazzy Matty with the red sleeves coming right into it. Then Adragul, Western Diego around the field. Break My Soul in the black and orange, Release the Beast in the pocket, trying to thread through up the inner. 2 out, Jasco de Dam move through the lead. In the pocket is a faller. Hampered Special Cadeau. Here's the last in the Grand Annual. Jazzy Matty jumping off from Jasco de Dam. Western Diego a faller. Ballysax Hank is hampered. Martator at the top, blue wide is flashing home. Break My Soul on the outer. 3 of them diving for the line. Martator, Jazzy Matty, hits up, hits down in the Grand Annual. Very close. Wouldn't like to split the two.
Somehow Martator has just won the Grand Annual at 66 to 1. Charlie Deutsch was on board. Simple question, how did you do that?
Well, the blinkers. Oh, Winnie's here. Let me come out. She's never been on.
Absolutely not.
She hasn't been on telly before, so. But she doesn't speak. You make noises there. But she, no, the blinkers helped massively. First-time blinkers, and the better ground as well. I was running well with him at Sandown last time out, and we just got one of the railway fences wrong, and I came off. But the whole way I was getting a very good spin, and I didn't believe that I had a chance until I turned in. Yeah, it was when I was just turning that last final bend, I thought, here we go. And his jumping was actually better with the blinkers, and he probably likes the better ground as well. But no, quite unbelievable. I really, I suppose when we've had a season like we've had, I shouldn't say it, but I wasn't really looking forward to Cheltenham because it's just been disappointment after disappointment, and there's only so much you can take. But I was just trying to think race by race and try not to have any sort of memory, because it's the only way to cope with a bad season. No, I suppose riding for someone like Venetia, she's done it all, hasn't she? So you hope that it's going to come back, and form is temporary, isn't it? So
I was going to say that to Venetia and to you as well. And I totally understand with the season how it is, but the mentality that you must have to be able to take it one race at a time. I mean, you've got to be proud of that, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. You do. You have to. I think you become a better person, a better rider probably as well, having bad seasons, because you've got to look inwards a lot, and it does make you a better person. And I said to Meg the other day, actually, my partner, I might be getting better as a rider because I'm having to try harder, so that's the way I looked at it. So
I wish you told us all beforehand.
Well, I wasn't sure, that's why.
And so it's the slingshot for home, that's when you started to believe, and he was just really good for you over the final two fences.
Yeah, I was just trying to keep it as smooth as possible and let him travel in his comfort zone. And just the slingshot for home was when he really came alive. And the final two fences, there was a stride at both, and he was brave and attacked it. And after the last, he was responding. So it was a bit close for comfort, though, I have to say.
Well, I mean, yes, I was about to say. Yeah. When you crossed the line, did you think you'd got it?
I looked across. I probably shouldn't have, but I looked across as I was riding along, and it was only until I saw the big screen I thought I might have got it. But then I thought, the way my luck's been this year, I probably haven't, so who knows.
But you had. And lots of people say that even if you have a really good rest of season, what you do at Cheltenham is what you're judged on. Do you think that's true? Does this in your mind turn the whole thing around?
It does, yeah. No, I just thought if I could get a Cheltenham winner, it would save my season. And it's all about, it's fashion, isn't it, this job? And it's all about staying current. And I felt like I was slipping. And you always get the anxiety you're going to run out of rides eventually. You can only go so long without a winner. So thankfully, this will help.
Yeah, not anymore. So how about L'Imprese in the Gold Cup?
Oh, I'd be looking forward to it. I was looking forward to him anyway, but give you a bit of zest for it anyway.
Absolutely. Many congratulations. Oh, there we go.
She wants to be on the telly.
I thought that was going to happen. Good to meet you. Many congratulations, Charlie.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Lydia.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.